Dilereba's Confusion Award. Hua Xiao 5 has gradually become quieter now, but every guest has left a relatively vivid memory, only Reba. We wrote not long after it started airing that she looked the most perfect in the show but was also the most boring, with no personality and lack of interest. Until now, I didn't expect Reba's controversy to become more and more controversial. He is obviously trying hard to show off his fun and cuteness, but many netizens find it artificial. Hua Xiao 5 can be called Reba's confusing award. The harder you work, the more embarrassing it becomes. She is a cute little girl. If she accidentally spills a Coke, she will scream in horror. When you see a small insect, you will be frightened and overwhelmed, but the reaction is so big that it seems to be excessive. Looking at Kin Lan, the big woman next door, her backhand is just a pillow. She can be very cunning. Halfway through the meal, I suddenly shouted Teacher Xiao with a serious face. It turned out that he was just testing whether the staff could hear his microphone. The other people turned around and looked confused. They thought it was a horror movie. Many netizens are confused. What is the significance of the big star suddenly cueing the camera teacher? She also works hard to be funny. While driving, he suddenly shouted to everyone to look to the left. What to see? It's Iceland. The next second he asked everyone to look to the right. What to see? Still Iceland. What a cold joke. Success brought 5 faces of silence, only Wang Aniu laughed twice. After working as a tour guide, she jokingly concluded, "The purpose of our program is to train a novice to become a tour guide." She giggled with joy. As a result, everyone was silent and focused on their food. Doesn't it mean nothing if you have never been a tour guide? Hu Xiangsu's official complaint: both those who have worked as tour guides and those who have not worked as tour guides are silent. It's also very awkward to pick up the thread. Zhao's Haoie said that her mother urged her to get married and have children early, but she had not found the person yet. But Reba asked the little girl to randomly pick a man on the plane to get married and have a baby. While chatting with Maja in Hedi, Saudi Arabia, I asked someone, is it possible to have 4 wives in Saudi Arabia? The atmosphere in the car instantly cooled down. In the show, Reba focuses on the I persona. She doesn't usually go to bars, doesn't know how to dance, and is especially afraid of being cute to dance. Dancing except for work makes her awkward and reserved. But when I saw the beautiful waiter, I forgot that I was an I person. Her eyes will light up and she can't move her eyes away. Although others also praised the beauty for her beauty, she was the only one who went out of her way to take a photo with the beauty. She asked for her contact information and before leaving, she excitedly said that next time the beauty comes to China, he can take her to play with her. Is the other party really so beautiful? Flexible people? Reba, the I person, also loves to talk to the camera. The last person who loved the camera so much was Mu Shuang. At first, Reba was scared when she saw the camera shaking its head. She was frightened out of the room and saw the machine responding to her words. She trembled and hid behind Zhao's Haoie, and suspected that the working camera was broken. With this reaction, I almost thought it was my sister's first time recording a variety show, and her career as a running man and chicken strip was really in vain. But soon, Reba and the camera became good friends. As soon as I got up, I chatted with the camera and asked it if it was sleepy. Also give them names. I also asked them if they would ask me to be their tour guide. Halfway through the meal, I suddenly turned around and started chatting with the camera. Everyone knows that there is a photography guy behind the camera, but Reba seemed to have seen something incredible and novel. Seeing the camera nodding and shaking her head, she not only excitedly took out her phone to take a video, but also sweetly praised it for being cute. Not just once did she say so cute. Because the camera said that he was still the tour guide at the next stop, he would quarrel with it, and said that he wanted to break up with it. In the end, he continued to murmur, accusing the camera of his crime, "I will never chat with you again. If you can, don't film it. Wash a strawberry and chat with the camera." Facing machine number 178, he curiously asked him if he recognized machine number 158, "Have you ever met face to face? And can you take pictures of each other?" The camera shook its head, and Reba suddenly started emo, "You are very pitiful." In her opinion, the camera is also alive. She recalled her experience of taking number 158 to see the lighthouse, and gradually became red-eyed. "They have been set up here all the time, and I can't see the distance. I feel very sad." Of course, Reba not only loves cameras, but also treats mobile phone cases as pets. He calls his mobile phone cases Kid and Old Buddy. Passers-by said she was pretending to be crazy and acting stupid. Fans were struck by my sister's cuteness and gentleness. Our sister's ability to empathize is too strong, and people who cannot understand have dark hearts. What happened to Dilireba? We wrote about the boring Dilireba in 2019, saying that she had various personas, but they were hollow and constantly slapped in the face. Now it seems that the harder she works, the blurrier she becomes. At that time, you could feel that the team was creating an image of humility, seriousness, and hard work for her, which was upgraded again in Who Shall. With little flowers, she works hard and is polite, delicate, sensitive and enthusiastic. Thinking about others is the kind of thing that you don't have any regrets for yourself and don't want others to regret. She would rather miss the scenery of the ancient city than sneak out alone to buy Kinhalu the postcard she misses so much. I'll just watch the ancient city online. She also particularly doesn't want to trouble others, so she is prone to mental breakdown. I couldn't find a rubber band to tie my hair, so I thought of using a grounding plastic bag. I couldn't get hot water to take a shower, and I didn't even think about asking anyone else. I spent more than half an hour in the bathroom. She felt that she had delayed everyone again, and blamed herself for a long time. She was too embarrassed to speak, and everyone took turns to comfort her. You can play hard to coax with Wong and Ayu. She didn't bring slippers on this trip. She insisted on not wearing slippers for more than 20 days. She took a bath and went to the beach barefoot. There were countless times when she could have bought slippers, but she still didn't. This also cost everyone. In the end, Kinlan wanted to buy her a pair of slippers in the Icelandic supermarket, but it took a long time to find them. It was a pity. Zin's Hillary, who finally learned the truth, blamed herself for being too careless, because she had 2 pairs of slippers. Dilireba was usually so cautious, but when she was a tour guide, her nerves were at their most tense. After taking a shower at night, she was afraid of waking up Kinlan and didn't want to use the hair dryer. The next morning, everyone had to leave at 5:30 to watch the sunrise. She was also afraid that some people wouldn't be able to get up, plus thinking that breakfast hadn't been finished yet, so she simply put on a hat. How can I dry my hair like this from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock? Straight catch. No, sleep. Got it. When driving by herself, she felt that as a tour guide, one must be responsible to the end, and insisted on being the driver herself. It was obvious that she had not driven for a long time and was very unfamiliar. She could not ignite the ignition, adjust the seat, be unsure of the accelerator position, turn on the lights, release the handbrake, or recognize the road, but she believed that she could deliver everyone safely. Not allowed to help. Zin's Hillary could only silently grab the handrail. 2 tour guides who couldn't drive felt ashamed of themselves sitting in the back seat. When we were in Iceland, 7 people had to take turns serving as a one-day tour guide, and Dilireba could only choose the last one in order. At first, Reba begged Zin's Hillary, who was ranked 4th, to let her go, but she actually let her go, but she didn't want it. She said that she would blame herself even more if she didn't do a good job. Tangled repeatedly and awkwardly. Some fans feel sorry for Reba like this, while some netizens find it strange. People watching are full of questions. In the show, she also made some mistakes in her behavior. When everyone was dancing on the cruise ship, she got up and took the camera from the photographer's hand and started filming. She felt very good about herself and felt that she could become a director. It's really possible that Who Shall will invite her to be the director next season. As a result, I complained that the camera was not obedient. It turned out that I accidentally formatted the material. Anyway, that's what the flowery character said. Poor machine, I don't know how long it took to capture the material. The migrant workers may only be able to secretly complain about the flowery characters. Some netizens found out how she had tormented the staff before. In an interview a few years ago, she revealed that she would delete files of her colleagues as a prank, and she also used a laser pointer to shine on a camera as a weird joke, causing damage to the camera. Maybe Reba can't remember the characters he sold before? Over the years, Dilireba has tried all kinds of personas, and now it seems that she has shown a more real side in Who Shall. She is fragile and neurotic. Sometimes she is outside the crowd, and sometimes she tries too hard and wants to pretend. Interesting, but the acting is contrived and boring. I still can't see herself. All I could see was the empty self and infinite exhaustion under that beautiful body, without any relaxation at all. The only time I caught a glimpse of her brightness and vitality was during the minute of Xinjiang dance. This should be her true appearance.